Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Irene and today I have the pleasure of being with someone special. She will be talking to us about her teaching method, her Italian school that she has founded. So her name is Irene Cangi, and she's the founder of Best Italian Classes. She lives in Italy and she teaches Italian. And she recently got her certification in details, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And so welcome, Irene. Thank you so much for being here with me.
Ciao, Urmi. Thank you for inviting me. So, first of all, I'm a bit rusty in English because I haven't spoken in a while. So I feel like a sort of test now.
It's all good. Don't worry. So I want to start off by you telling us a little bit about yourself. What do you teach? Tell us a little bit about your teaching style. Tell us everything about you.
Okay, so you've already said a few things. I'm Italian. I live in Italy. I'm also other things because teaching Italian is something that I started because of COVID, basically, because I have a background in translation. But I've been working in tourism for almost 15 years now. Because I'm 40 something. I'm older than what I look, maybe. So in 2020, I work as a local guide. I'm a local guide and a tour manager. So just to do something, I started teaching Italian online on italki. And I found it very interesting. At the beginning, it was any kind of lesson. I still remember a couple of weeks with any kind of student, any kind of level of Italian. It was very stressing, but I had nothing else to do, so that was okay. But then I understood that I could go back to my background as a translator and as a person who speaks two other languages to help advanced learners. And I realized that advanced learners of Italian, like it happens, I suppose also for other languages, feel a bit alone, abandoned. I call it the loneliness of advanced learners, because there's less didactic material online, and not only online. It's as if you're left alone, no, to improve your conversation skills, your listening. No, you're always told to listen to podcasts, watch videos, read, watch TV series, of course. I think that's something we all do. And but there's nothing that really helps you. So I decided to create a school for advanced learners of Italian that is focused on vocabulary, because also vocabulary is something that I think it's not, sometimes it's not given that importance, no, because it's something you can do on your own. And so that's basically, that's my niche, you say in English.
Yes, that's right.
They always tell you find your niche, and I found mine: advanced vocabulary for learners of Italian.
Okay, so you have been doing this pretty recently, since the start of 2020, I'm assuming, and you're like relatively new to this industry, I would say. Okay. And yes. I know that you have recently rebranded your website. Would you like to show us a little bit what your website looks like and what people can find in it, and how, you know, people can book a lesson with you if they want to?
Yes, of course. Thank you for letting me do that. Before doing that, let me tell you a couple of things.
Of course.
When I started, I think you know very well, and many people who are listening know that when you are online, you become a sort of ghost, no? Because you are online, but it's not easy to be visible. So the first month of my school were not easy at all, but I didn't give up. And I'm very proud of that. So last summer, I had the idea, I hope that that's the idea, to change my school, and instead of selling courses, to sell the subscription. That is something very fashionable online. So now, and it's something brand new that just happened, I'll show you. Ta-da. Now at bestitalianclasses817, you can still buy one course in case you want to. But what you can buy is a subscription that costs 28 euros.
Okay.
And that basically allows you to access all this. At the moment, there are 6 courses plus one that is free for everybody. After, maybe we can talk about what people can do for free on Best Italian Classes. And basically, that's what there is now. So 89 lessons, all these quizzes, and 3 final tests, and also something that students can download. And it's very simple. I kept it very simple. There are many landing pages. It's all there. So once you decide that it's the school for you, that's me. These are the courses that are available at the moment. And
the subscription, you said it's like is it a weekly subscription? Is it a monthly, yearly subscription? What kind of subscription?
Monthly, 1 month, 28 euros. Yeah.
Okay. And you offer free things as well. Do you want to tell us a little bit what are some of the free things that, I mean, we all love free things, so.
Yeah, many free things actually. And I could say almost everything can be free, and I'll tell you why. First of all, the moment you subscribe, but I mean, the moment you sign up my website, you receive an email. In that email, there is a link to the first freebie. And the first freebie, it's an Excel file to collect advanced vocabulary. So I hate Excel. So I decided to help people who hate Excel like I do. And I create, not me, I was helped. I created this file to start collecting different categories of advanced Italian vocabulary. So that's the first thing. Then there is this course that was one of my first creations that is always free. And it's about the idioms with the clothing vocabulary. And then you can decide. You can either every course, main course, I mean the long ones, let's call them the long ones, have at least one first lesson that is free. But you can access the whole school for 7 days for free as a trial.
Wow.
Yeah, because I think in this moment, there's enough on my school to spend there at least 2 months.
Okay.
Because 3 courses are quite long. So yes, I decided to be very generous. And even because I know very well that it's not easy to find time. So 3-4 days wasn't enough. I think that during 1 week, people can find time to have a look and start a course. So basically, you can access everything for free for 1 week. The only thing that you cannot do you want me to be back on the screen with you?
Sure. If you don't have anything else to share, why not?
Yeah.
You can stop sharing if you want. Okay.
Here I am. The only thing that you cannot do during the trial week are the final tests.
Okay.
That is something that I'm very proud of, because I've always wanted to create something that is online, but that is real human. Because we all can use apps or watch videos, but the real interaction, unless of course you have your human teacher online, now it's not easy to create online. And at the same time, I wanted something available without worrying too much about time zones.
Okay.
So the 3 main courses that I've just mentioned have a final test That means that the learner, the student, is taken from the first contact with advanced vocabulary through some test. Then there is the video that is like a class, a normal class, then other tests. And then at the end, let's say other quizzes, at the end of the whole course, they are asked to create examples from scratch. So without being guided, using that advanced vocabulary.
Okay.
That is the normal journey of learning. So to prove that they're able to really use that vocabulary. That test, of course, I received that test and I sent back feedback.
Okay, so let me see if I understood correctly. These are like pre-recorded lessons that people can watch. Are these about like grammar? Like, what are these videos? Like, what is their main focus? Is it just vocabulary, or do they have grammar lessons? And can they interact with you? Like, if they wanna, let's say, if they have questions or if they want to practice their speaking, are they gonna have a lesson with you, or is it just pre-recorded videos that they just watch and that's it?
No, speaking is the only thing that at the moment is not available.
Okay.
But there is the possibility to ask me questions, and every section of every course has a community.
Okay.
So that imagine you're learning pronominal verbs. That is the very first course that I've created. I verbi pronominali. That in Italian are quite difficult for everybody. You do first some quizzes just as a first contact with those verbs. Then there is a video lesson, but many of them, they are divided into different categories. That is a normal class where I explain those verbs. Then other quizzes to start doing some practice. And it goes like that for different chapters.
Okay.
At the end of that, you are told which verbs to use, and some you decide the other ones, and you send me that test that is written. It's true that the speaking part, the speaking practice is the only part that at the moment I didn't know how to. As I told you, I didn't want time zones to be a problem. But this experience is teaching me many things. So I also learned not to worry too much about everything, because sooner or later things will be fixed, and you have to walk slowly, because it was quite slow. Now I'm very proud of my journey, but I've been working at it for a very long time now. So I know it takes time to be almost perfect.
I agree. And tell me, do you still teach on italki? Like, if people want to book a lesson with you to practice their speaking, can they still find you on italki or not anymore?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
But I miss it very much.
Okay. So you might go back.
Because that's my main inspiration.
Okay.
Without that, I wouldn't understand what people really need. So as I just got my certificate, now I am a details certified teacher, I can also upgrade my status on italki. So probably I'll do that again. And again, as I told you, probably in the next year, maybe there will be the possibility also to do lessons on my website. Not now, but it's very handy, because you can study at your own pace and when you want. You don't need to wait for me to wake up at 7 a.m. in the morning.
Yeah, definitely. And I think what you have created makes it really accessible to everyone. Anyone can literally subscribe to your website and have access to all the courses without the need of you being there. This is the good thing about internet, and the fact that we can learn a language really easily without being in a classroom setting. And I wanted to ask one more thing, because I know you said that your school is mainly for like advanced people, but what about like people that are just starting with their journey with Italian, like let's say beginners or intermediate level? Like, can they still buy and subscribe to your website? Can they still watch the videos? Would that be like something that it's okay for them or not?
It depends on people, because I in my short career, I've seen students that learn very, very quickly, and I'm very jealous of them, to be honest. So I think there are out there learners of Italian who like to be, you know, to plunge into a language. So why not? There's 1 week free trial. Just watch the lessons, use them now to listen to Italian. Why not? In general, I can say that maybe it could be a bit frustrating for some learners to start with pronominal verbs or idioms. The short courses, there are some that are very short, though. Maybe the level is a bit less advanced than the long courses. Because I put together all the materials and the content I have created in these 2 years, and it's all there. It's all intermediate advanced. So not for beginners. There's a lot, there are many things online for beginners. So it's not my cup of tea.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you so much, Irene. Before we go, I just want to make sure, did you want to say anything else before you share where people can find you? Anything that we missed? Anything that you wanted to add?
No, I'm okay. I think I said all the main things. So real interaction and practice are the most important things in my school.
Perfect. So could you please tell us where can people can find you?
Yep, of course. First of all, bestitalianclasses817. And I'm Best Italian Classes almost everywhere. That means Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, and I've tried to start also Pinterest, but not yet. I'm there, but not really. But where I'm more active is Instagram.
Yes, I've seen that.
I mean, yeah, I try to interact. I manage to interact much more, and I have my small community. And there's one thing about social that I want to say, and that's something that I'm about to declare on. I prepared a reel about that on my Instagram that will be online soon. I don't want to be an influencer. And at the moment, I have almost 3,000 followers, and I don't care. I mean, I wanted to reach at least 1,000, but I don't want to have like thousands of students on my school, because I want this thing of the real interaction to be always possible.
Okay.
So with thousands of students, I couldn't do that.
Right.
So I prefer to keep things small, and I know we used to be online and interacting with machines, but I think that the human touch in my small online school will always be very important.
You know what they say, it's about the quality, not the quantity.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Irene. I'm going to leave all your social media links on the description below. And I do highly recommend everyone to follow her, especially on Instagram, because you're very active. I really love all the content that she creates. And you also have Instagram lives that people can watch if they want to, you know, practice their listening skills. So thank you so much, Irene, for being here with me. It was such a pleasure. And I hope to see you again next time.
Ciao, grazie.
Ciao.
Ciao.